I'll pick on somebody else next time. Okay, so Gilbert, before you start, you have to tell us what you're playing. Are you at the right height? You feel like it's good? Maybe a little higher?
Yeah.
Okay, you feel comfortable?
Yes, fine.
Okay, so see all these people out here?
Yes.
Yes? Tell them what you're playing.
I'm playing Bach and Grieg.
Okay, Bach what?
Invention number 6.
Good.
And Grieg.
What's the Grieg?
It's called Little Troll.
Little Troll.
I'm gonna need like a page turner.
So, you have the first page memorized, don't you?
Just in case.
Just in case?
Yeah, sure.
Can we pull it out?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. There you go. 3 pages set. Where are you going?
Oh wait, yeah. I'm not supposed to.
There we go. Yeah, you're gonna stay up here just a little bit longer. Okay. Okay. Right. So 2 really different pieces, right? Completely different centuries. Right. Bach is Baroque, so probably written in 1600s, and then Grieg 1800s. So 200 years between the two of them. And you really hear the difference. Even if I didn't know these pieces and I didn't know much about music, I could hear that there's so much that just doesn't match between the two styles. And I actually think Gilbert did a really great job of doing that, because the Grieg sounded like Grieg, it sounded romantic, and the Bach sounded like Bach. Your articulation's really good, Gilbert. And here's the thing, Gilbert didn't necessarily want to play the Grieg, but again, I twisted his arm yesterday and said, you have to do it, you might as well, because I'm gonna have him perform it in January, and it's as good of a chance to play it now in front of people, right? It's gonna feel easier in a month. So, and the Bach was a little bit more comfortable, he had worked on it a bit more, but I think it was really good that you played both. So, okay. Now, actually, let's talk about the Grieg.
Okay.
I'm going to pull this page out again, because the Bach is pretty stable. Once you memorize it, it'll be better. Okay. So, play this.
Okay.
Bigger instrument, and you're playing something really, really bassy, really low on the bass, you have to over-articulate, because right now, it sounds really muddy. It sounds like someone's speaking to me from underwater. I'm exaggerating a bit, and I know that when we're in a smaller room, where we have the lesson, it sounds a lot clearer. What do you have to do on this piano to make that part clearer? So I want to hear the dots at the end, right? So I want to hear ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da, and I want to hear the accents. So see what you can do to make that a little clearer. Just let me get the music here. So when we want a louder, clearer sound, faster attack.
Okay.
Can you try that? That's a little better. Now make sure your hands are playing together.
Like that?
What do you think?
I don't know.
Okay, try this. You're playing your right hand more than your left hand. Yeah, that gives you focus. Okay, so sometimes when we try to match things between our two hands, and it sounds thick, it's because we don't have focus, right? It's like if you had a band and a singer, and the band was playing as loud as a singer, you're not gonna hear the singer as much as you want to, right? Piano, because we're always playing so many notes at the same time, we always have to think about finding the focus where we want. And if we want more clarity, then we go for, if the hands are playing the same thing, for instance, like in this case, we have to think about one hand being louder than the other, because that's going to bring our focus to that. Now try it playing your left hand with the focus and your right hand less. See which one you like better, because we have a choice. Wow, what do you think?
I think I like the right hand.
I think I like the right hand better too, but I think it's because you're right-handed and you're more able to articulate it better with the right hand, right? So do it one more time with the right hand. So, this is why it's always a good idea to try out the piano before. Because that way you'll hear things like that, and then you might be a little bit more prepared to know, okay, my articulation has to be a lot clearer, okay? Now, can you play the opening? Okay, so, really important. Sometimes I feel like you're already thinking about the melody and the very first bar, but what should you be thinking about in the very first bar?
This.
Yeah, because that is setting us up.
Yeah.
And I feel like you really start to get your focus here, but we need it more here. So I know it says pianissimo. I know there are dots. Imagine you're playing a bar before you start to play, and I want to hear all these very, very articulated and very, very clear and all the same.
Okay.
Try it. the start.
Okay.
Good. Yeah, that has to be really, really clear. Otherwise, people hear it and they're like, is something going on? But we should actually know that, okay, this is the beginning of the troll walking or whatever it is, right? Okay. Now, I really like, oh, can you, before I say what I really liked, can you go from somewhere where the forte is? Maybe from the crescendo or something?
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like okay.
As long as you do the forte and then the piano afterwards. So does this sound like he's doing forte and then piano? Does it? Yeah, I think it's okay. So remember what I was saying to Natasha about what you have to.
More.
Pardon me?
You want more?
Yeah, I want more, and I also want you to pa 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 pa, pa 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 pa.
Okay.
And stay a little bit longer on the quiet one so that we hear it more. Okay? So more in the loud, wait a tiny bit on the piano. It's going to be way more effective. Otherwise it goes by too quickly. Try it. Ah. I like that. I loved the first one actually. Try that again. It's too soon.
Okay.
It's too soon, Gilbert. Ooh. If it feels like too much, it's probably enough.
Okay.
Okay? So I've been trying to get Gilbert to do this in class, actually, in the lessons. And I feel like because he has an audience now, he's doing it. It's really good. So it's really effective that way, Gilbert. Okay? Now, when you go from the last one, what did we talk about yesterday?
You wanted like this to be like louder or something?
Say that again.
You wanted the lesson to start louder?
Yeah, because you have to go all the way down to the bottom of the cave. And you were way too quiet, way too slow, way too early. So start it louder, and I want to hear all the drop from that first B flat all the way down to the F natural, F flat. Something like that. Yeah. So try it again. You see what I'm trying to get him to do? Yeah. So we want this line that starts here, da 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 dee 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 dee, all the way down to nothing. So the way it's written, he's holding this first note that he plays, which is a B flat, and we should still hear that ringing after he's played the last note with his left hand. And so it's this very cool effect of like, oh, is there really something still there? But he has to make it go all the way down to that. So let's see. Could you hear the B flat? Did you want it longer? I wanted it longer. I hope you wanted what I wanted. So that, remember when I was talking with Natasha about a moment?
Yeah.
That's your moment.
Moment? Okay.
Yeah, that's your moment where you're like, oh, I have a whole long time to still listen to let that B flat ring. We had heard this already. We're not excited about hearing it again too soon. This is much cooler.
Okay.
Try it again from here, a little bit louder. That makes me happy.
Okay, that's good.
So what I always look for when people are playing, whether it's my students or somebody else, I look for moments like this, where there's character and there's been thought applied to making a musical idea come to life, to come off the page, right? In order to make it come off the page, you have to think really hard about it and keep trying it over and over again until your teacher's happy. Or until you're happy with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's it. I think you need to memorize the Bach really, really well. Okay, by the 16th. So 2 more weeks for that. Let's get that really memorized before the break. Okay, and then we'll keep working on this. All right. Oh, any comments? I start talking and I don't stop. Anybody? Comments?
Lots of drama in this place.
Lots of drama in this piece. Did you hear that, Gilbert?
Yeah, I got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Could he have more drama?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Always.
Why not?
That's what it's made for. So Grieg wrote so many pieces like this. They're called lyric pieces, and they all have tons and tons of character. And he wrote, they're for all different levels too. There's some easy ones, there's some like trickier ones, this one, and then there's some hard ones. But it's fantastic, like character programmatic music with trolls and lots of folklore and stuff like that. So, yeah. Okay, thank you, Gilbert.
Okay.
So Anjali.